Hey folks, Randy here doing cut and trim. I had something happen today, and there's a bit of a backstory. Let you guys know my son has special needs issues, and one of the problems he has is he has seizures. So yesterday he had it was a short one, but it was a pretty bad seizure in the morning, and that got followed up with a pretty long nap. And when my son takes a pretty long nap, the seizure ends up screwing up his sleep cycle, and so I ended up having to stay up with him last night, and he didn't fall asleep till sometime after 1:30 in the morning, and was up at 6:30. So I was tired. 5 hours of sleep is enough for me, but not if it's I can get up early. I can't stay up late. It just messes me up. So I go out to mow the first yard of the day, and I go to mow it, and there's this section of the yard, or to get to the backyard, you have to drive through this patch of grass where it's like there's shrubs or bushes on the left, and the driveway's on the right, and both the cars are in the driveway. So at first I thought I was going to have to ask the customer to move their car so that I could get into the backyard, but I looked and I was like, nah, I can fit the mower through. So I'm about to put the mower through that area to go into the backyard, and I look and I see several of the branches on these shrubs have been broken. And I thought that was a little odd, and I was like, you know what, and I don't know, whenever I see stuff like that, this is an important thing to do. I take a picture, and normally what I would do is, if I saw something that had been damaged like that, especially if it's something that looked like a mower did it, or like the lawn guy did it, I would take a picture and email it to the customer. So I take a picture, but I'm tired. I didn't email it. I mow their lawn, leave, whatever. No, about, I don't know, an hour later, I get an email just titled shrubs. There's nothing in the email. There's nothing in the body of the email. Excuse me. So I email the customer back, and I'm like, I already know what this is about. So I email the customer back, and I'm like, hey, the body of this email is empty. And she responds back and is like, yeah, there were supposed to be pictures in there that didn't come through. And she goes into a thing like, 3 of my shrubs are destroyed and 2 of them are severely damaged. Why didn't you just ask to move the cars? We would have moved them. This is completely unprofessional and uncalled for. That hurt my feelings, because I think of myself as professional, and generally I do things that are called for, and so I didn't like that when she said that, and so I start typing up the email and responding to her, and I type out, I agree, it would be uncalled for and unprofessional if I had done that. However, then I was like, that combative, deleted all that. And so I just deleted that, and I responded back in my email and said, when I arrived at your property this morning, I noticed several of the limbs on the shrubs had been broken. And so I took a picture of it so that you could see that I had not damaged that. Here's the attached picture. Or are you saying that they're more damaged than this? I just assumed this was from the Halloween kids the previous night. Hit send, and then a couple minutes later she responded back and basically very apologetic, and said it was a really good thing I had taken those pictures, because I don't think she would have believed me. But got called unprofessional today. Yeah, it really annoyed me, but she apologized. I accepted her apology, and honestly, you know, it could have been avoided if I had just sent the email like I would typically have done, but I didn't, so I had to deal with that. But it was funny because I was all fired up during that like 20 minutes between when I responded to her and then she apologized for saying what she said. I was pretty fired up. I was like, well, I'm never working for this lady again, you know. But it worked out. So I don't know. Just wanted to tell that story. It's a thing that happened, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So there you go. It's Randy with Dolan Cut and Trim. Have a good one.